How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And we're doing a little bit of Netherlands beer. A little bit of Dutchness coming up in your faces right now. With, I'm going to butcher this. Still don't know how it's pronounced. Uiltje. I'm going to go Uiltje. That's what I'm going to do right now. Uiltje Brewings. This is their algorithm. This is an Imperial Stout. A very big Imperial Stout. Aged for 21 months in Glenfarclas Speyside whiskey casks. Excuse me. 15.1% alcohol by volume. Not a sipper. This beer comes courtesy of Remy, Beer Geek Holland. You can catch him on YouTube, catch him on Instagram, catch him everywhere under that name. He was kind enough to send me off of 2 beers from this brewery, and this is one of them. This is actually, I unboxed this probably about a half an hour ago, and yeah, this looked too interesting for me to pass up tonight, so I'm going to dive right into this sucker. Hey, I'm a Speyside Scotch guy, but in stouts and beer, sometimes it can go a little bit sideways, so just kind of piqued my interest, so we're just going to dive right in. As far as what it says on the beer itself, it says algorithm, Glenfarclas. Did I say a different Scotch barrel aged earlier? Anyway, it's Glenfarclas. Barrel aged Uiltje Brewing, 15.1% alcohol by volume, and it looks like it's only a couple months old. I'm going by a 5-year old. It says it's good till 2022. And that be that. Label-wise, it's cool. I kind of dig it. You don't see labels that look like this come from the States. So, not to be cliche, but it looks European to me. Let's put it that way. So, I didn't even take the electrical tape off this yet. That is how fresh this is from an unboxing. Give that a little unwrap there. Take my fatty little Nouvelle Res. Let's see. I'm just looking at this glass. I just got the glass. I was just looking at it real quick. Anyway, give this sucker a whirl. See what she's got. A little hiss on there. Let's see. 15.1% of a Scotched barrel-aged beer. Leave it just a tad in there. And, yeah. I'm not going to get a huge hit on this. Wide glass. Half a pinky finger, what I like my coffee to look like. Color-wise, bubble's pretty compact. And that sucker is dark. You're talking about 15.1% of stoutness. So you weren't going to expect much light to get through there. So, yeah. Give her a whirl. See what she's got on the nose. It smells dreamy. All the dreaminess. There's really a rich... The beer shows up in this. Let's put it that way. You're talking about 21 months in a Speyside Scotch barrel. What I expect to get from that, that's my jam, that's my Scotch. I'm expecting leather, rotten banana in a good way. Those are the 2 big notes I typically get from the Speyside Scotch. I'm getting more smokiness, but I'm getting a lot of boozy beerness. I'm not actually getting a ton of lost to beerness. The beer is very forward in this. Not that the cask isn't present, but it smells like beer. I do get a little bit of that whiskey. It's not over the top. It's not, you're talking about your Islay Scotches, your Belvines, and I think Belvine's Islay, but your Lafarang and those kind of beers, it's not going to have that smoky peat mossiness. That's why I like my Speyside Scotches. So in this, you're getting more of a kind of a traditional, non-peaty kind of scotchiness in here. I'm getting chocolate. I'm getting milk chocolate. That whiskey, a little bit of smoke. It smells very rounded, very gentle. It smells like it's a high ABV beer, but at the same time, approachable. But the beer's still there, but the cask is big enough. Yeah, this is a very dreamy kind of beer for me. You know what? Let's dive in. Stop fucking huffing. Get the fucking drink in. That is one of the best balance between a Scotch barrel in a stout I've ever had. Scotch can be very heavy-handed. You're talking to somebody that loves Speyside scotches, but it could still be a very heavy-handed note in beer. You have to be very gentle with it. It's almost like a spice. People try to make these spice beers, they go way over the top. There's a hefty helping of that scotch in there, but the beer is still there. It's not outweighed in one area or the other. It's delightful. A lot of smokiness. As soon as you take a gulp or sip, get it in your mouth, whatever you want to call it, get the sting in the back. Alcohol very quick, gone. Then you just start to get this kind of alcohol vaporiness from the ABV in the beer combined with the spirit itself. Then you get a mixture of both the beer and the scotch itself. Get a lot of smokiness from that scotch, smokiness from the barrel. Getting a little bit of that leatheriness. Not really getting much of that kind of banana I usually get from an aged Speyside. A lot of leather, but the beer's still there. You're getting a nice bittering from. I think it's a roasted malt kind of bittering, but it could be a hot presence. But I think it's a roasted malt thing. It's got a nice mouthfeel for being a 21-month-old Scotch barrel-aged beer. I wasn't expecting the densest thing in the history of mankind because barrel-aged beers, it just seems like Scotch barrel-aged beers in particular, they tend to lose body. So for it being that long in the barrel, I don't mind. And yeah, it finishes nice. You get this nice lingering of the smoke, the Scotch, and the beer. Really, really nice. You quickly forget about that ABV. Even though you get that quick pop of that kind of alcohol when you first take it in, it's quickly dismissed. Very Danger Will Robinson beer. Very Ruffian glass on this one. Yeah. Yeah, that's delicious. Yeah, I mean, that's all there is to it. It's not all that complicated. You're talking about a really well balanced beer, really well done stout, balanced really nicely with a really nice scotch, and a heaping helping of smoke charriness from the barrel that just kind of plays throughout both sides. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better Scotch barrel-aged beers I've ever had. It is probably the best I've ever had. Not that you get a ton of them. I had some from Dry Log. I've had the, Ola Dubs, and I've had other ones. But this one definitely lands for me. Very close. Might be second. It might be second to the Lafroig. Is that Lafroig? Not Lafroig, it's Lafroig. Sorry. Name pronunciation Nazis. Barrel-aged version of the JW Lee's. Yeah, that's probably the winner for me. But it's very close second. Yeah, absolutely delicious. And if you're into, we'll get to that in a second. Value and availability, no idea. Remy, if you're out there, please comment. Let us know what you paid for this and where people can get it and how readily available it is. And just say if you like what way you like this. Scotch barrel-aged beers, Ola Dubs, Lafroig cask from JW Lee's. And if you like balance of beer, balance of whiskey, beer, and barrel, it's kind of like a testament to what that is. Sometimes the beer is too big, the barrel is too small. Sometimes the barrel is too big, the beer is too small. Sometimes the spirit's too big and everything's too small. This is a nice balance between all three. And, that's kind of hard to pull off sometimes. And these guys, Uiltje, I don't know, Brewing out of the Netherlands, totally nailed it. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between words. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers at all four of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Scotch barrel-aged beer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.